there a royal peer who will attest to Gregoire's courtesy and chivalry?
I, Anne-Marie Carmot, Duchess of the Mid-Realm, am here to speak to Gregoire's courtesy. Rare is the man who pursues a dream, from boyhood to adulthood. Such a man kneels before you. A lifetime of friends and family has helped to shape and influence this man's character. One striking aspect of his character is his courtesy. He greets newcomers with a gentle politeness that is friendly, warm, and inviting. He is kind and considerate and strives to present himself in an elegant way. His courtly manner is deferent and respectful to all. Despite his prowess at not taking himself too seriously, he is thoughtful, gracious, and refined. And as Queen's champion, not that many generations ago, he comported himself gallantly with tact and power. I respectfully present to you my admiration and respect for Gregoire.
Is there a companion of the laurel who will attest to Gregoire's skill in the arts and sciences?
There is, Your Majesty. I am Melisande St. Clair, Mistress of the Laurel, and I am honored to stand before you to speak on behalf of Gregoire de Lyon. Anyone who knows Gregoire knows that he is determined to be properly attired, both on the field and off. This determination has led him to do research in period sources. It has led him to use period materials for his projects. It has led him to learn how to construct fiendishly complicated garments. Just within the past fortnight, he decided he needed a nice metal black belt to wear today. Did he buy a nice metal black belt? Of course not. He learned how to cast pewter. I admire his willingness to learn new skills. I admire his willingness to keep working on a project until he is satisfied with the result. And I lay this charge upon him to ever champion the arts and sciences, as he certainly will the arts martial.
Is there a companion of the Pelican who will attest to Gregoire's service?
Yes, Your Majesty. I, Master Gregoire of your Order of the Pelican, and newly made Kingdom Seneschal of your grand kingdom, it's honored to speak on behalf of Gregoire. His service is well known. Gregoire has been a former landed baron of Cinnabar. He is the current Knights Marshal. He invites people into his basement to help him with his armor. He helps at events, blah, blah, blah. And that is not the height of his service. The height of his service is exemplified by these shoes, Your Majesty. Because what did he do while baron? He looked before him and saw, what are these people wearing? And he said, if there is one thing I can do while a baron of Cinnabar, is to make sure that everyone's footwear is up to a very high standard. He did this by inspiration. He just did this by putting the money out ahead of time and placing the order and following it through. And he inspired not only your barony, but Pentamere and beyond. These shoes, Your Majesty, look to his feet to see the heights of his service.
Gregoire, right mindful of your prowess on the field. We would ask if there was a knight here who would attest to Gregoire's prowess on the field of battle.
Hi, Your Majesty. I'm Alaric, Count, Knight, and Earl Marshal of your kingdom, and I would attest to Gregoire's chivalry. Many years ago, I gifted Gregoire with a set of silver spurs, and it has been my pleasure and privilege to watch him grow and turn those spurs gold. For those spurs represent everything that Gregoire has sought and achieved on the path toward chivalry. He has led his troops as a former baron. I've watched him throw himself into battle time and time again. He is an inspiration and will add to this order, Your Majesty. Thank you.
Gregoire, right mindful of your prowess on the field, and responsive to the wishes of these your peers, we are minded to make you knight. Know that to wear the belt and chain of a knight is to hold a sacred trust, that the obligations of knighthood will demand your efforts every moment of your life. A knight of the society must be respectful of all religions, never offending the faith of another. A knight must respect all those who are weak or defenseless, whether because of age, infirmity, poverty, or vow, and be steadfast in defending them. A knight must love his kingdom and his province, and fulfill most faithfully his feudal duties to his baron and his king. His word must be dependable beyond doubt or question. He must never flee from the face of his foes. He must be generous at all times. And always and everywhere, he must be the champion of the right and the good. The laws of the society and the customs of the kingdom require that a knight be proud, as you have demonstrated you are upon the field. That a knight be courteous, as you have shown yourself to be, and as these noble gentles attest. And that a knight be loyal to his kingdom and the society. Do you then desire to accept the burden of knighthood and swear fealty to the crown?
I do.
And swear fealty and pay homage to the crown of the Middle Kingdom.
I here swear fealty and do homage to the crown of the Middle Kingdom, to ever be a good knight and true, reverent and generous, shield of the weak, obedient to my liege lord, foremost in battle, courteous at all times, champion of the right and the good. Thus swear I, Gregoire de Lyon.
This do we hear and shall never forget, to be liege lord, rewarding fealty with love, valor with honor, and oath-breaking with vengeance.